Alright, what's up everyone? So in this episode, we are going to be covering a few things. Yes, darling, you need to go already. Okay, altcoin season is more or less going to be starting very soon. At the same time, the overall market is just doing very well. We are going to be experiencing quite a lot of volatility as new money starts coming into the market. Yes, we have to just let the baby get out of the house first. Okay, so obviously this is not the usual time that I do my streaming, but I think it doesn't matter. The most important thing is that the content is being consumed, and at the same time, you might wanna. Sorry, I am back. Okay, guys. So the market cap is now currently stands at 240 billion, and we are going to be seeing quite a big swing in the next coming days ahead, because this is just the beginning of the week, especially as the US markets start getting warmed up. Today is Tuesday in Asia, so it's Monday in America. So I think we are going to be having our altcoin season real soon, as I said, and I want to make sure that at least the new money that is coming in, what to expect, because a lot of the new money will definitely be caught in the euphoria. I'm already anticipating it. You've been getting calls from your friends, your auntie, your uncle, your grandmother, your grandfather, all starting to ask, "Hey son, should I be getting into Bitcoin right now at $8,000? You know, and the hard question, you'll be like, you know what, Grandpa? I kind of told you that, Bitcoin at 3,000 was a good bet, but you didn't take it. Yeah, but I didn't see it much on the newspaper on CNBC. Yeah, Grandpa. So I guess you probably want to buy now. Yeah, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? I would say that it's going to be a very challenging market, because right now there are more traders in the market. People are using trading bots, as in personally they are using trading bots. People are more connected right now. They know exactly where to source for the information. The only thing that I realize, and I can kind of anticipate why the market is moving forward, Buck is planning to launch his futures. Finally, after many months of delays and cock teasing on Twitter and every single website available, finally Buck says that they're going to start doing their test runs in July. Okay, sure. If it's going to deliver Bitcoin, great. They obviously have to have a supply. Maybe there's something to do with that. Maybe the OTC sellers are stocking up because they know that they have to supply to Buck or any other institution that requires Bitcoin. Anything that requires physical delivery of Bitcoin, that's going to be the play, and probably that is why the market is enjoying this very strong run up. Now, obviously, if you are in altcoins, you are not enjoying it so much. You're getting killed from a Satoshi point of view. That's something that I covered yesterday. The US dollar standpoint, only the top few cryptocurrencies are starting to move and enjoy US dollar appreciation, right? So that's one thing to take note, that there will be tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 cryptocurrencies that will start moving as BTC starts to consolidate and there is some confidence about where it's going to be at. So that's the speculative aspect. Now, the next thing I think a lot of folks are maybe going to do, and I'm a little bit concerned mostly for the Bostons and the Bettys, right? So the Bostons and the Bettys are obviously going to not be able to find enough liquidity to put into the market, because they were not like us, consistently looking out for information, staying invested throughout the whole 2018 bear market leading up to early 2019. Obviously, no one has enough patience. Everyone just wants to flip, right? So right now, they're getting the news all over the place, okay? And what's going to happen is that, damn, it's 8,000 already. Wasn't it like 5,000 like 2 weeks ago? Well, yes, that's how the crypto market works, Boston. So Boston now will go and probably look at his bank account and, shit, I just paid my rent. Shit, I just paid my credit card bill. I don't have enough liquidity. I tell you what, I'll go and use my credit card. Nowadays, every exchange accepts credit cards. Fantastic, I'll use my credit card. Oh, shucks, my limit isn't enough. Let's increase my limit. Hello, can I increase my limit, please? Sure, sir. What would you like to do for it? It doesn't matter. I need it right now because I need to buy some Bitcoin. And so obviously, depending on what they do, some will go to the extent of taking a credit card, taking an advancement on the credit card, taking up a loan, personal loan. Some will start mortgaging their houses. It's going to happen all over again. Unfortunately, that is where the old money is going to cash out. We're gonna cash out. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. I'm sorry to say this, but everything is going to repeat itself, just like every single market cycle. And you know what? This market cap, okay, the market cap is clearly going to go higher than the last time, if I anticipate it, because we have already surpassed in terms of volume and in terms of price. The price is nowhere near the 20,000 back in December, but the volume has already superseded that of last year's high. So if this momentum continues, right, and with all the hype of the institutional money coming in and everyone just getting excited, and you'll see all the shillers all start popping out, yeah, you bet there's going to be probably an emergence of a few BitConnect-like projects that are not going to look so BitConnect. And then obviously you're going to see the new range of youngsters coming in hoping to get rich. Well, there will be flippers who will manage to get a little bit of they'll be able to milk the market for sure. But I wanna stress one thing. Go in with what you are really comfortable with. As I've always advocated ever since I started the channel back in 2017 of March, always go in with what you can afford to put in and stay invested. Now, I'm going to cover the top cryptocurrencies that are already moving together, correlated with Bitcoin, and they are at the moment the most well received in the market. If you're even still listening and you're still watching the video, this is going to be for you. Okay, so right now obviously we have the main top kahuna, which is Bitcoin, right, already breaking past the let's get rid of this first. Okay, already breaking past that very disastrous dip back in November where I bought at, right? I bought in at the 6,000 range, anywhere from 6,000 to 6,005, thinking that this was the obvious consolidation, right? Support level, and a lot of people did. Okay, the top of the top were all thinking this was it. Okay, so after that, no worries. 3,002 went back in again. That was truly the bottom. There were people who were thinking 1,000, 2,000, which obviously was very, very possible as well, right? The so-called final capitulation, and obviously it didn't happen. Markets started to recover. 5,000, all the shorters were already building up anywhere from the $5,000 range to the 5,005 to 6,000. The shorts were building up heavy. They got owned in a matter of days. They got owned. We're talking about Arthur Hayes just laughing to the bank as always. And I already wasn't shorting already. I wasn't even thinking about shorting. In fact, I was only longing. If I was ever using BitMax, I was only longing. I wasn't interested in shorting. But I stopped doing that as I built up my position in BTC. And then after that, I did, however, get out of most of my BTC at the $4,500 range to move into altcoins, because I didn't want to do the shorting. Instead, I decided to move to altcoins, which was obviously early. I did make money on those positions, and those positions have already been 1.5x to at least 2x, which is okay, right? Because Bitcoin is now doing the exact same thing. If you were in since the $3,000 region to the $4,000 region, you have already doubled up, okay? So you should be proud of yourself. Now, the question is, should you be taking profit now? I would say that strategically, you should take some money off the table, because right now it is a clear hockey stick. It's a parabolic movement. No one should, in their right mind, just continue to hold. It is shaping up very nicely. Now, you're obviously saying, Ryan, if right now, right, if it actually does do this, right, you are actually cutting me off from the opportunity that I've been waiting for ever since I got in. So That is a fair statement. That is a very, very fair statement for you to comment that way. But right now, we have to ask ourselves, right? Do we still have that many ICOs? Do we still have that euphoria where that many people who were so new to the market, who were desperately wanting to get in, are they really there? They're not there. They are not the same people. In fact, I am clearly seeing the same people still in my group. They're still holding on to the coins that were bought in 2017, who didn't cash out in late 2017 to 2018, and they're still here. That means it's still the old money, guys. It is still the old money. Trust me, the people who are watching now and the people who are still subscribed to my channel are the same old money. The new money has not really stepped in bulk. Okay, when we're talking about really everybody was a freaking noob. They don't even know how to buy properly. They don't even know how to even press the sell button. That is the noobishness. But right now, you're having the more sophisticated traders in the market. So just to confirm, and I'm really very certain about it, this money is whale money. Okay, it's whale money buying up for a certain reason. It is not us. Okay, the noob money will come in at $10,000. Okay, the noob money, because the sirens will really go off loud and hard, and that's where you want to really start thinking, where do you want to stop? Okay, where do you want to cash out? How do you want to allocate your profits? Is it going to go to US dollars? Is it US dollar tether? Is it going to altcoins that you want to build strong positions in? Because a lot of us, right, I tell you, you'll be surprised that I feel that some of the older veterans, right, might make the same mistake. Because the veterans, when I say veterans, means the ones that didn't cash out. They're still in the market. They didn't get the maximum upside that, you know, that those who were probably not in the group, our CG legacy group especially, they didn't enjoy the upside because they came in at the early part of 2018, leading up to Q1 or Q2 of 2018. So they were very unfortunate they couldn't get out. Right now, their portfolios are probably back to even, okay? Or at least still slightly under, but it's not that bad. So right now, this is the opportunity to start looking at where to cash out, okay? But you don't want to cash out too early. Hear me out. You do not want to cash out too early. What you want to do is at least make strategic exits only with the intention to come back in. Okay? You want to come back into the market because right now the stupid money is not here yet. So those who are watching, right, are probably very, very lost. Oh, wow, are you trying to say that I'm the stupid money? Well, if you have not been in there, that is the term that you are going to be deemed as. Because right now, it's going to be very, very challenging for you because it's going to be a whole new market. Everybody else is waiting at the sidelines, waiting for the dumb money to come in. So you want to start getting smart. You want to start identifying which cryptocurrencies are worth your money and which ones, if you don't have the time and make the effort to strategically put your take profit and your stop losses, and you want to just sit back and relax and stay invested, then you probably want to see this episode. Okay, so Bitcoin is going to be definitely the play for the whole of 2019, okay, and leading up to 2020. It's just the way it is, okay? Right now, you're seeing a lot of merchants at least start accepting. You're starting to see all the influx of news that more merchants are using Bitcoin. Okay, great. The adoption is coming. Fantastic. Bug is coming. Fantastic. Okay, so let's move on. Now, Litecoin is also showing the exact same momentum as Bitcoin. So if you want to maybe bet a little bit harder, Litecoin could be that winner. Okay, because right now, if you see Litecoin, they have already reach the July period. This is November. Okay, I'm gonna expand the chart a little bit. This is November. Okay, this was 13 to the 14th of November when we had that dip from 6,000 all the way down to 3,002. So clearly, Litecoin has really done very, very well. So right now, Litecoin has the potential, obviously, to cover back this gap. Okay, because it's true. It's just going to probably have to cover this gap. So this is May, June. This is May, June, this is August. Now this is May, this is June. So let's look at the June period. So you have another $100 more. You have about another $20-$30 more. Not that much upside. But if the halving comes and the euphoria is there, Litecoin could see the 180 region again. Okay, it's just the way it is. Okay, it's just because of the halving. Sure, are there going to be more developments from Charlie Lee and so on and so forth? Yes, he's been very, very active all this while. And a lot of people will still at least look at Litecoin. There are Litecoin ATMs available together with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. It's one of those things. It's a cryptocurrency. So if you kind of don't have enough money to buy one whole Bitcoin, you can buy some Litecoins. It's okay, right? But to me, I'm not that much of a Litecoin fan. I still stick to Bitcoin if I want to, but I don't have that much Bitcoins. I'm now focused more on the altcoins. I mentioned to you, I already exited my Bitcoin prices at 5,400 to go into certain very, very strong exchange coins. Okay, so this is the next thing. Now, what about Ethereum? Ryan, the whole smart contract protocols that started this whole bull market, right? What's up with Ethereum? For Ethereum, right? Think about it this way. A lot of the projects raised money for Ethereum. So if they are even still alive, they want to cash out. They definitely want to cash out. They definitely want to really take this opportunity to get their money out. That's what I would do, right? Because if I see my Ethereum starting to appreciate in value and I'm still alive as a company, I need to pay for my staff salary. I need to further my development. I need to start finding money for marketing because the market is starting to be a little bit more receptive. People's pockets are starting to become a little bit more loose and they're willing to possibly throw money for my next round of funding. This is it. And so you're gonna probably not gonna see as much of an upside for Ethereum as you would with the other cryptocurrencies that I'm gonna mention, because right now too many projects, especially those who have been holding Ethereum and they didn't know where to find the liquidity partners to cash out, this is their time. So you're going to see a lot more resistance in Ethereum as opposed to any other cryptocurrency, because just solely because of that. Now, if as a development standpoint, you're talking about decentralized applications, so on and so forth on Ethereum, right now, obviously, no one has as many developments other than Ethereum, right? But you're going to have the next strong contender, which is EOS. EOS has shown really, really strong recovery. If you look at the charts here, right, they have already managed to reach the November dip and recovered back to the November dip. So same thing, you want to observe whether there's more upside leading up to the July. So the July standpoint, that means those who are looking at EOS, it's a smart contract protocol as well, raised a shitload of money, right? They are now obviously looking at, I look at it that it could hit the next $8 region, okay? It should. It has enough money to do that. But why? Same thing, I could never answer that as well, because could you quantify the intrinsic value of each decentralized application that is being built on it? Can you? Can you put a number to it? No, you can't, right? And they don't need to disclose that. All they need to tell you is that they raised that amount of money during the ICO. But everything else, it's all about growth. There's no way that you can quantify anything, okay? So the next thing is Binance. Binance has just been a monster, right? Binance obviously is willing to spend that money to make everyone know that, hey man, I'm the very first cryptocurrency that practically didn't need Bitcoin to go back up to 20,000 for me to break my all-time high. So it clearly wants to show that. And the thing about Binance is that, sometimes for the pursuit of glory and for the pursuit of being the top kahuna, it's going to cost them a lot of money. The question for me right now, I'm asking myself, by the way, and probably if CZ is watching, how are you going to sustain this? Do you really have that much revenue to really bring in? And is the market really that big? Yes, you are definitely the leading cryptocurrency exchange right now in the Western world and most part of the international world. But do you really have that much revenue? Because listing wise, if you're saying what you're saying, it's not as hot as at the time. There are not that many projects that are willing to pay redonkulous amounts. So I don't know. I'm really thinking whether you can really sustain this price, but never mind. Who knows, right? At the end of the day, whether the money is real, not real, we wouldn't really know. That's all I have to say. Now, Huobi, on the other hand, has been very, very quiet, very, very conservative. Okay, they have just been, literally just building at the background. Same thing, focusing on institutional accounts, so on and so forth. And they have been opening up different markets as well, with very, very strong legislation and registrations into various, and of course, making sure that they have the respective rights to work. Whether they have the licenses or not, that's another question altogether. But it's always questionable. And exchanges are the only ones that are raking in revenue, that have enough revenue to actually buy back their cryptocurrencies, as opposed to every other single cryptocurrency that has a staking mechanism, right? And when you have a staking mechanism, at the end of the day, you are distributing your coins, you're putting more supply into the market. How is that going to improve your price? How? Please tell me how. With a normal economics 101. When you have more supply, it only drops the price because it becomes more available. Where opposed to what the exchange coins are doing, every quarter they use their revenue to buy back the tokens from the secondary market and burn those tokens. And at the same time, Prime has, for every Prime listing, whatever people use to buy, whatever HT that people use to buy Prime listings will be burnt as well. You see, the effort is there. The effort to reduce the supply is there. That is what BNB is doing. That is what Huobi is doing. So it's not that I want to keep shilling the same shit, but please tell me, if you have too much supply of something in the market, why are you buying Bitcoin? Because the story is this: there's only ever going to be 21 million. There's only ever going to be 21 million. The last coin will be mined in 2140, which we are all dead by then, especially those who are watching, right? So you know that scarcity leads to high value and stored value over time. You want to know and identify that. But if you are buying a cryptocurrency that has 20 billion, 100 billion supply, and they have yet to even fully distribute it, what are the chances that your cryptocurrency is going to go up 100 times to 1,000 times? What's the odds of that happening? What are the odds? I don't know. In this space, we are going to have a lot of things that are going to be uncovered in this new bull market. Anyway, folks, that is all for the video. As much as I would like to answer all the questions, I want to keep the video as short as possible so that all the Bostons and the Bettys are going to identify this. The old money, you know what to do already. You know where to find me. I'll see you in the next stream.